Citi Field. Gary Cohen, Ron Darling, Keith Hernandez with you today as the Mets wrap up their 4-game series against the Washington Nationals. The young sluggers on either side were on display last night. Pete Alonso for the Mets had 3 extra base hits, and Juan Soto for the Nationals again put on a long-distance show at Citi Field.
Very impressive. Soto, 3 for 4 on the night, 2 home runs, one off a right-hander, which was an absolute bomb in the right field. But the most impressive one to me, of course, was off a very tough Justin Wilson, a slider away, went the opposite field. There's his numbers against the Mets last year. He had the great postseason. He is hitting so far this year. He came out late, remember, and he was 8 for 16 against right-handers, and he's hitting .364, and he's just picking up where he left off. He's truly a special player.
As for Alonso, he says he's ready for takeoff.
Well, Pete is always very positive, and he has something to build on. Last night, the 3 for 4. He had 3 extra base hits. He hit the home run. He used right field twice, which is big for me, that he's trying to bring it back, wait a little bit longer. So hopefully it's something for him to build on, because the Mets need him to be productive. He's up to .219 as a batting average, but he was on the interstate almost most of the season.
The Mets go for the split of the 4-game series today, and they'll have the rookie left-hander David Peterson making his 4th big league start.
I mean, Peterson's really been a savior for the rotation. When he and DeGrom start, they're 5-2. The rest of the rotation 3-9 so far. So Peterson's gotten a lot of ground balls. Each start has been very good.
Austin Voth won the 5th starter's role for the Nats, and he has come through so far.
He has. He had one iffy start, his first, but his last start coming off.
As for an encore this afternoon, the Nats starting lineup, little right-handed look against David Peterson. That means Michael A. Taylor gets a start in center field. Victor Robles got hit on the hand by a pitch yesterday, so he sits, as Drupal Cabrera will play first base today with Howie Kendrick DHing. And Soto and Adam Eaton, the only left-handed bats in there against the southpaw David Peterson.
You know, you see his Toyota numbers so far this year. Even more important, in all of his games, he's gotten at least one grounded into double play, and he's got the defense of Guillorme and Jimenez up the middle.
Well, since Ronnie handled the infield, let's just move to the outfield. Of course, we got the guys up the middle, Guillorme and Jimenez, as Ronnie mentioned. Thank you, Ron. Don't ask for a raise.
It's only 2 of the 3 infield positions.
McNeil, Nimmo, and Conforto have been pretty steady out there in the outfield. Nimmo had a big night last night with the bat.
Worth noting that Ahmed Rosario is feeling better today. He's been battling a stomach bug. They're trying to hydrate him. They hope he'll be available today. But Luis Rojas, under a lot of questioning today, made it a point to say Ahmed Rosario is my shortstop. And the reason he needs to make
Land Rover numbers for Mr. Voth, University of Washington Husky. 1 walk. That's good.
Best pitcher to come out of the University of Washington, Tim Lincecum.
Right.
2-0 to Nimmo. Brandon's down. That ball he misplayed last night from Conforto. Here's your Geico Mets starting lineup. McNeil is still listed there, but clearly he is coming out. And with Rosario missing a 3rd straight game with that stomach bug, Guillorme and Jimenez remain at second and short. So now J.D. Davis, who took an 0 for last night, went 0 for 5, snapping a 15-game on-base streak.
Up in, and the Hiscox defense for the Washington Nationals. Sorry, Ronnie, stop it. Carter Kieboom back at 3rd base. Cabrera moves back to 1st. Soto, Michael Taylor gets the start in center field. The left-handed out there.